So we are back to our online lesson, and our subject is what? Civic education, and our topic is duties of citizens to constituted authority. Duties of citizens to constituted authority. So first of all, let us define constituted authority. Constituted authority is a person or group of persons who act on behalf of the people with the backing of the law. For instance, give an example. If the governor of Enugu State says he wants to see all the schools in Enugu State, does it mean that all the schools in Enugu State are modern schools, about more than 200 schools in Enugu State? Are we going to gather together and then start moving down to the government's house? No. What are we going to do? From our school, we appoint people. We appoint 2 or 3 or even 1 that will go to do what? To represent our school. The other school, we also appoint 1 or 2 people that will go to represent their schools. Other school will do the same, and then they will all move down to the government house. So whatever the government tells them, they will come down and tell us. Maybe in our old school, we appoint the head mistress. I said, head mistress, go and represent Redemption Nursery and Primary School. The other schools will also appoint their headmaster or their head mistress to go to represent the school, to get word from the governor. So what do you call that person that was sent to represent that school? We call it what? Constituted authority. So we said that constituted authority is a person or group of persons who act on behalf of the people with the backing of the law. So now let us look at examples of constituted authority. We have traditional rulers. Traditional rulers are examples of what constituted authority. So when we talk about traditional rulers, we're talking about the Igwe in our village, the emirs, the Oba, the Ezes. They are what? Traditional rulers, and they represent their people. If the governor said he wants to see all the traditional rulers in Enugu State, all the Igwes in the whole community, they will go to the government to see the governor. So they are called traditional rulers. They are examples of constituted authority. So another example of constituted authority is political leaders. Political leaders. Who are the political leaders? Our president. Of course, our president is the one that acts on behalf of Nigerians. If all the presidents of the whole country wants to do meeting, it is our president that will go to United Nations to do what? To represent our country. So in such case, the president is acting on behalf of Nigeria with the backing of the law. So the president is a political leader. The governors, the local government chairmen, they are all political leaders. The House of Assembly members, the senators, all of them there at Abuja, they are examples of constituted authority under what? Political leaders. So another constituted authority is school authority. The school authority. When we come to our school, we have the proprietress, we have the headmaster, we have the headmistress, we have the sectional leaders. They are all school authority. Those people that take care of our school. They are constituted authority. They have school authority. And another example of constituted authority is our religious leaders. Our pastors. When we talk of religious leaders, we are talking about our pastors, the reverend, the bishops, the fathers, the sisters. They are religious leaders. They are also constituted authority. Now, the next topic is the citizens of a nation have the following duties. Remember, our topic is duties of citizens to what? Constituted authority. As a law-abiding citizen, we are all citizens of Nigeria. What are our duties towards constituted authority? What should be our duties to make Nigeria a better place? What are those things that we ought to do, that we have to do as good citizens of Nigeria in order to make Nigeria move forward? Number 1, obedience to the law. Number 1 duty of a citizen of Nigeria is to obey the law. We have Constitution of Nigeria. We have a book called Nigerian Constitution. These are in that book, all the things that you need to obey are written in that book. And as a good citizen, you have to obey those laws written in that book. Another duty is payment of taxes and other rates. If you are a good citizen, you have to pay your tax. Of course, you are pupils, you are not working yet, but very soon you graduate from primary school, you enter secondary school, you go to the university, you come out to get jobs, and then you will be required to do what? To pay your tax and other rates. So you ask your mommy and your daddy whether they do pay their taxes as good citizens. So another duty is defending the country. Defending the country. We are required to do what? To defend our country. It's not when you hear people will be saying Nigeria is bad, our president should be killed, this, that. People are speaking bad concerning our country. As a good citizen of Nigeria, you're not supposed to join them in speaking bad of your country. You are supposed to say, no, stop speaking bad about our country. Our country is good. Or you should not be among the people that you travel overseas. You see people from Nigeria carrying drugs, going to overseas to sell, to make money. We are not supposed to do those things. We have to defend our country. Even as military, we all see our soldiers over there in Borno State fighting Boko Haram, fighting bandits. They are good citizens. What are they doing? They are defending our country. They don't want Boko Haram people to override our country. They don't want bandits to kill people. Our soldiers, our military men, they are good citizens of Nigeria. So another duty is protection of public properties. Protection of public properties. How, as good citizens, we are supposed to protect our property. For instance, you have transformer near your house. At night, you see people will go down to the transformer and vandalize it and steal some things in our transformer, thereby making the whole areas to be without light. Those people are not good citizens. Or those people that will go where pipeline, petroleum pipeline is, they will go and break the pipeline in order to do what? To take kerosene, to take fuel. Those people are not good citizens. But as good citizens, you are supposed to do what? To protect our properties, public properties. When you see people damaging pipelines, when you see people damaging street lights or vandalizing transformers, what do? You report them to the police, because whatever they do, all of us will suffer the consequences. So we are supposed to protect public properties that government built for us. Another duty is voting during election. Voting during elections. As a responsible citizen, we are supposed to do what? To go out and vote. During the election time, you're not supposed to stay at home. Okay, you are not yet 18. You know, voters, if voters age is from 18 years old, very soon you will be 18, and then you'll be required to do what? To go out and vote. You should not say, the one that we voted last 4 years, of what use it is. One of our duties is to vote during elections. Another duty is honesty and loyalty to the country. You should be honest, you should be loyal to the country. Another one is respect for national symbols. In our grade 3, we looked at national symbols. And we said that national symbols are those things that are used to recognize a nation. And one of those national symbols is what? National anthem, national pledge, national flag, coat of arms. All those words are national symbols. So how do we respect a national symbol? For instance, when we are singing the national anthem, you are not expected to sit down. You are not expected to be talking to your neighbor at the assembly ground when we are singing the national anthem. When we are singing the national anthem, you stand at attention and you sing it. Punctuality to work. You go to work early. Some people that are not good citizens, when they get to their workplace by 8 o'clock, they will write at the attendance register, they will write 7 o'clock. Those people are not good citizens. They are not loyal. You should be punctual to work. Go to work and write the exact time you came to work. Another duty is effective service delivery. That is, citizens must not be lazy. You go to your workplace early and you do what you are supposed to do. You should not be lazy. It's not you go home anytime you feel like. You must make sure that you complete your work for the day. So this is what you have learned today. We looked at duties of citizens to constituted authority. We defined constituted authority as a person, a group of persons who act on behalf of the people in the backing of the law. We also looked at examples of constituted authority: traditional rulers, political leaders, school authority, religious leaders. And lastly, we looked at duties of citizens, and here are the duties of citizens towards constituted authority. Here is your homework. Number 1, what is constituted authority? Define it. Number 2, give 2 examples of constituted authority. I listed 4, write 2. Then number 3, state 5 duties of citizens to constituted authority. So we come to the next one. Our next subject is health education, and our topic is communicable diseases. Communicable diseases. First of all, let us define communicable diseases. What are communicable diseases? These are diseases which can be transferred from a sick person to a healthy person. Diseases that can be transferred from a sick person to a healthy person. You know, some diseases are not communicable. Any disease that when you stay close, if someone is suffering of a particular illness or disease, and you stay close to that person and you get that disease, that kind of disease is called what? Communicable disease. That is to say that you also have non-communicable disease. That is diseases that are not transferable. For instance, headache. If I have headache and you are okay, you are healthy, sitting beside me, you will never have headache. That means headache is not a communicable disease. But those diseases that are contagious, that you get when you stay close to an infected person, that is called communicable disease. So the communicable disease we are talking about can be transmitted in several ways, can be spread in many ways. We have many types of communicable diseases. Number 1 is airborne diseases. Airborne diseases. When you talk of airborne diseases, they are communicable diseases that are spread by air. They are these germs we are talking about, this airborne disease we are talking about, they are found in the air, in dirt, in dust, and the sand. So when the wind blows dust, the germs may enter your nose or mouth. If a person who coughs sleeps in the same room with a healthy person, the air from the patient's mouth may enter the healthy person's mouth and thereby get the cough. So cough is an airborne disease. When I'm sleeping in a room and I have cough, and my sister or my brother does not have cough, as you are coughing all the night, the air that is coming out from your mouth, your brother or your sister that is sleeping close to you, it will enter that your brother's mouth through the nose, and your brother will start doing what? Coughing. That is why I call it airborne disease. And these are examples of airborne diseases: whooping cough, common cold, measles, chicken pox, smallpox, tuberculosis, and so on. All these are airborne diseases. They are carried by air, they are spread by air. If you stay close to someone that has it, the air from the person's nostrils or the air from the person's mouth, if you inhale it, you will get these diseases. That's why it is called airborne diseases. We have another type of communicable disease. We have the insect-borne diseases. Insect-borne diseases. These kind of diseases, they are transmitted by insects. It is insects that carries this type of diseases. And the diseases include what? Malaria. Of course, we all know how malaria gets transmitted. When you are bitten by a mosquito, mosquito is an insect. You are bitten by a mosquito that has the virus inside it, it will transmit it to you and start suffering of what? Malaria. Yellow fever is an insect-borne disease. Sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness. When you are bitten by an insect called tsetse flies, you will get sleeping sickness. You sleep in the class, you sleep at home, you sleep in the chair, everywhere you find yourself, you sleep. You have been bitten by a tsetse fly and you are suffering of what? Insect-borne diseases. Another insect-borne diseases is what? River blindness. So these diseases are carried from one person to another by insects such as tsetse fly, mosquitoes, fleas, lice, and ticks. Another type of disease is what? Waterborne diseases. Waterborne diseases. Why are they called waterborne diseases? These are diseases which pass from one person to another through water. Diseases which are passed from one person to another through water. You get it when you drink dirty water. Some of the diseases are guinea-worm, dysentery, cholera, diarrhea. These are what? Waterborne disease. You get guinea-worm when you drink dirty water, when you go to the stream that is not clean, or if the tap water is not clean and you drink the water, you start suffering of guinea-worm. Dysentery, you go to the toilet to come out, you are vomiting, you are stooling at the same time. Cholera, diarrhea. So you should not drink steam well or river water that have not been properly boiled or filtered. So for you to avoid waterborne disease, you have to stop drinking dirty water. You have to boil your water before drinking. Another communicable disease is the contagious disease. Contagious disease. So now you call it contagious disease or contact disease. So these diseases pass from one person to another through touching the patient with your hands or body. When you stay close to a person that has that kind of disease and your body rubs with her body, or your body rubs with his body, or you touch your friend that has this disease with your hand, or you wear someone else's clothes, someone may have chickenpox and you pull off the clothes and you take the clothes and wear without washing, what will happen? You will get disease. And what are these contact diseases? They are scabies. Ringworm. Ringworm happens mainly on the head. Ringworm, leprosy, chickenpox, smallpox. We call this disease what? Contagious disease or contact disease. You get that when your body gets rubbed with someone that has it. When you sit close, that is why in our school, when someone has chickenpox or smallpox, maybe we ask person to go and stay at the canteen, and they will call the person's father or mother to do what? To come and take him or her home. Because if you stay close to that person that has chickenpox, before you know it, you get chickenpox. It is called what? Contagious diseases. So we have looked at communicable diseases. We've said that communicable diseases are diseases which can be transferred from a sick person to a healthy person. We also looked at types of communicable diseases, airborne diseases, and diseases that are transmitted by air. We looked at examples. We also looked at insect-borne diseases, diseases that are transmitted by insects. We looked at waterborne diseases, diseases which are passed from one person to another through what? Water. And also contagious disease, that is contact disease. When you stay close to someone that has it, you automatically get it. So these are all defined diseases. You define diseases, then you list 3 types of disease and 3 examples of each. Now listen to the voice yourself. List 3 types of diseases and give 3 examples of each. So this is how you draw your line. When you want to do the assignment, you draw a line this way, you write disease this way and examples. You write the type of disease and you give examples, 3 examples, 1, 2, 3. You give another type of disease, you give the 3 examples, 1, 2, 3. You give the last type of disease and you also write the 3 examples, 1, 2, 3.